Hey everyone, this is probably going to be my last video for you for this term, and actually, since I won't have you next term for the year, and so that's a little sad. I'm so sad that we didn't get to meet today, and yeah, I am sorry that we didn't get to meet today. It probably was for the best, even though the weather didn't turn out to be too bad. After teaching a couple of days this week in person, I realized that it was pretty exhausting. And so I appreciate your flexibility and getting drafts to me of your unit plans. I have provided feedback to those of you that did submit those. So far, they're looking really great. I think you are in good shape from what I can see. In terms of finishing up for this class, and also for if you're planning on using these for your EdTPA, I think you have strong lessons that will work. So just to finish up for the term, you have the peer review of someone else's STEM lessons. And if you submitted your lessons, you were assigned somebody else's to peer review. And I'm going to leave it up to you as to whether or not you want to help your fellow students out by giving them some feedback, or if you find that to be just too much for you to be able to accomplish this term. It is not worth any points. I think we always learn so much more from our peers. And so if you have the capacity, I think your peers would greatly appreciate any feedback you can give them, even if it's not comprehensive. But again, that assignment for peer review is not worth points. I was hoping we would actually accomplish that in class in person this Saturday. So what you do have to submit this week is your technology presentation, which also was going to be in person. And so now I'm just going to have you record a virtual presentation and submit that. So knowing that you were possibly anticipating giving that in person, I will give you a little extra time if you need it to submit. Looks like most of you have already gotten that done. And then finally, your technology forum. So just the last forum where you get to discuss how technology was used, what your process was, your reflections on that in your STEM unit, and then your final STEM curriculum unit plans are due on March 8th. So that's week 8, kind of finishing up, and then your very last project is a project on essential issues in the science classroom. Used to be controversial issues, but we now know that so many things, almost everything now is considered controversial in science. So this is your final project, and it is linked in week 10 to submit it. There are some instructions in the assignment, so if you click on there, you'll see there's 2 documents that are linked. One is just a graphic organizer, and one is the actual instructions. So we'll first talk about the instructions. So this is what you'll be creating: an information page and a presentation, or a presentation using PechaKucha, which is a specific type of technology used for brief presentations. I think that it's fun and it's visual. So if you're a visual person, this might be a great opportunity for you to do something a little different. You get 10 slides, 20 seconds each, and most of it has to be visuals, with you just giving a brief 20-second overview of what is on the slide. So what are you going to be talking about in this presentation? You're going to pick a topic, and I've included some here to think about: evolution, vaccination, stem cell therapies, say that fast 5 times, climate science, the Big Bang Theory, pseudoscience, so many other ones that have come up recently. And so if you want to pick a different topic that is relevant to your specific setting, that you maybe have struggled with thinking about how to teach it, how to communicate what you're teaching with parents or your administration, or maybe how to just introduce it to your students, then this will be a time to kind of work through some of those ideas. And so you're going to do some research. You have to create a collection on the NSTA Learning Center library. And then based on those resources and the research, you're going to want to look at like national organizations. NSTA has position statements on a lot of these topics and others. You would definitely want to look at Oregon Department of Education. Are there specific mandates through either the Department of Education or the State Department that determine, like in Oregon, there actually is around evolution and climate science. So our Department of Education in the administrative rule has addressed those specifically. So there are laws about what you can and can't teach in your classroom, which would be really important for you to know. And also important for you to have as backup when you are justifying what you're teaching. So with that information, you're going to create either a one-page information sheet that you will describe in a slideshow video cast, no longer than 5 minutes, or you can just do the Pecha Kucha and submit that. So to help you to kind of guide your research, I have included some questions and a graphic organizer. That's the other link in the document to address. And some of these might apply, some of these might not, but fill out as much of this. This will help you to guide your presentations. So that is the last project for this class. It is due March 12th, I believe. Let's just see. And yeah, that's it. So it was the last thing I'll have to say, yeah, March 12th, is you're going to be working on submitting your EdTPAs. And I know that there is probably going to be some questions that come up. So you're welcome to sign up for office hours. That is linked up here in the welcome. Unfortunately, my office hours are usually during the day when you're teaching. So if you can't find a time that works, like during a prep, or you maybe have a scheduled day off for like in-service or something, then you can email me and we can try to set up a time, knowing that that will probably be later in the day or into the evening, to just one-on-one. I can provide some support for your EdTPAs. So with that, thanks for hanging with me for 2 terms. Except for Travis, and man, both terms for Travis I have been out, so I apologize, Travis, that you have not gotten the best of me, but we will work through that, and I will do my best to support you going forward. Hope you all have a good weekend and are surviving the last couple weeks before spring break, and I look forward to seeing your final STEM units.